Hey everybody, it's MommaOG. I am back with another reaction. Tonight I am circling back around to Ren. This is Blind Eyed featuring Sam Tompkins, who I'm also familiar with. I've reacted to a couple with him in it as well. I understand he's got a new song, Fire in the Booth. I think it's been out a couple months now, and I am late in the game to getting to that, but I'll be reacting to that very soon. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and get started.
This lighter don't work, no. No flame to spark my goal. My Nike's laced in dirt, oh. I've ended up treading on my own soul. My headphones only working on the left side, but I try to live the right life. My eyes wide and I strive to stop my demons gripping, ripping from the inside. This road is dark and I can't find the batteries for my flashlight. I'm blind-eyed and I'm tired.
Looks like we got a party going on here.
These drugs don't work. The pain, it takes control. A blood-stained shirt. I feel like I'm always being chased by the devil. I tried to talk, but I can't seem to get these spoken words right. And I try to keep my stutter light. And this life can be ish, right? Cut you like a flick knife, twist and make you sick, right? And I think maybe I'll be better off alone. So I redirect the calls from my phone. I learned so many lessons from depression, but in essence, I'm just wishing that these bad thoughts were gone.
I think I've been to a couple parties like this before. Uh-oh, breakdown. Oh.
Sometimes I bleed, sometimes I crawl, sometimes I slip, sometimes I fall. Sometimes my back's up against the wall so hard that the whole building could fall. Sometimes I bruise, sometimes I break, sometimes I'm true.
Okay, I'm going to rewind it because I want to pay extra attention. I'm thinking about what I just saw. First of all, this is a little bit of a change from his speaking style songs. I'm noticing the way this was filmed is quite unique, and it was striking to see the camera go downstairs, and obviously there's a party going on. There's people talking in the hallways. I've been to many parties like this, and it was quite striking when they got downstairs. He's just sitting there like this, and there's a girl hanging on him, and I believe it's Sam that sits next to him, and he starts making out with a girl, and he's just sitting here. The first thing he says is, "These drugs don't work." The first line of the song was, "My lighter's not working." And it's like only the left side of my headphones are working. And it just seems like I have these kinds of days often where any little thing that can go wrong does, and that just snowballs into a hellacious, frustrating day. So I'm relating to this song in that sense. Of course, I'm noticing there's a voice in the background, and it sounds like it might be a processed voice, but it goes up into these high whistle notes, which I think is going to be something about this song that sticks in my head, which a lot of things in his songs often do. There's certain parts of them that will just stick with me for days, even after hearing it one time. Okay, let's keep going. Sam and his runs.
Sometimes I bleed, sometimes I crawl, sometimes I slip, sometimes I fall. Sometimes my back's up against the wall so hard that the whole building could fall. Sometimes I bruise, sometimes I break, sometimes I'm true, sometimes I'm fake. Sometimes I'm over for a moment when the forward just start opening and swallowing me for goodness sake. And I think I'm gonna break, 'cause the ache and this pain I'm fake. So hard that the whole building could fall. Sometimes I bruise, sometimes I break, sometimes I'm true, sometimes I'm fake. Sometimes I'm over for a moment when the forward just start opening and swallowing me for goodness sake. And I think I'm gonna break, 'cause the ache and this pain I'm awake in a ball full of pain. So a man no cape and I'm pressing the brakes, but the brakes they break. And I'm driving my universe into a lake and the weight of the world don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all at stake. We cook our cake, we eat our cake. Sometimes no time for double takes, but I just do it.
Okay, I gotta rewind this part. Sorry.
Sometimes I bleed, sometimes I crawl, sometimes I slip, sometimes I fall. Sometimes my back's up against the wall so hard that the whole building could fall. Sometimes I bruise, sometimes I break, sometimes I'm true, sometimes I'm fake. Sometimes I'm over for a moment when the forward just start opening and swallowing me for goodness sake. And I think I'm gonna break, 'cause the ache and this pain I'm awake. Wall so hard that the whole building could fall. Sometimes I bruise, sometimes I break, sometimes I'm true, sometimes I'm fake. Sometimes I'm over for a moment when the forward just start opening and swallowing me for goodness sake. And I think I'm gonna break, 'cause the ache and this pain I'm awake in a ball full of pain. So a man no cape and I'm pressing the brakes, but the brakes they break. And I'm driving my universe into a lake and the weight of the world don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all at stake. We cook our cake, we eat our cake. Sometimes no time for double takes, but that's just the way life goes.
Cook our cake, we eat our cake. Sorry, hold on.
Sometimes no time for double takes, but that's just the way life goes sometimes. But I don't wanna end up in the gotta be a rap on my trouble face down in the puddle where the sun don't shine. I'm coming to give the backbone, the track and attacking, I'm stacking up beats like I did with this one. I'm packing and I'm praying. Oh Lord, take this pain away. Sometimes no time.
When he raps like this with all these different flows and it's basically trilling, I have to rewind it. I didn't do that in a couple of the other songs where it happened, and I deeply regret it. It's almost something I think about every day. Like, dang, why didn't I go back and listen to that part again?
Full of pain, so a man no cape and I'm pressing the brakes, but the brakes they break. And I'm driving my universe into a lake and the weight of the world don't wait. We make mistakes when it's all at stake. We cook our cake, we eat our cake. Sometimes no time for double takes, but that's just the way life goes sometimes. But I don't wanna end up in the gotta be a rap on my trouble face down in the puddle where the sun don't shine. I'm coming to give the backbone, the track and attacking, I'm stacking up beats like I did with this one. I'm packing and I'm praying. Oh Lord, take this pain away.
Wow. That bass. There's so much in these productions from him. I feel like this is going to be like the song The Hunger. I must have listened to that song 500 times since I heard it the first time. I feel like I'm always noticing new stuff. That's going to be definitely true of this song, for sure. I'm still not quite sure every little word he said in that last half, but I'm probably going to have to hear that a few more times. But just his delivery of that section of the song, that's a great little package of what Ren is capable of. Just in the rapping part. I don't think that there's any one song that shows everything that he can do. It's like a whole work. It's like an Excel workbook. I'm a spreadsheet nerd. It's like my reaction workbook. My lists that I have, it's comprised of, I don't know, maybe 50 sheets. There may be more, there may be less, I'm not sure. Every little section and sheet is a part of this overall all-encompassing work of art. I feel like that's how his songs are, but there's these bits like in that last part of that song. It feels weird calling him a rapper sometimes because he's so much more than that, like the spoken word stuff. Like I would consider Money Game more spoken word, and like even High Ren is, he's talking and he's rapping a little bit, but he's speaking. I'm sure as Ren fans, you all know exactly what I'm trying to say. I just can't articulate it. That's what I love about him. There's probably even so much more that I haven't even discovered about him yet. So I'm excited to go and watch a bunch of reactions on this song now. That's kind of become my routine. I avoid it like the plague for months and months. And I see other people, you know, their thumbnails reacting to it. And I'm like, ugh, I need to do that. And then I finally listen to the song and I go and watch 100 reactions to it after the fact. And that's been kind of fun. Thank you all so much for being here to watch. I'll see you next time.